It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll get to see the Elks, sure-handed tight end. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Elks and the Thunderbirds under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to British Columbia and the gleaming jewel that is Vancouver, Canada. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Thunderbirds of Chicago taking on the Elks of Vancouver. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. Atkins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff, Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Atkins now on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Looking to throw on second down. Matthews, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, Matthews. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off play action, Matthews. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
On second down, it's Wolf. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Matthews. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw. Adkins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Atkins to throw on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Atkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Adkins. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well. And that is no good.
and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Matthews. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They begin with Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just win a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Atkins to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Matthews. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the bootleg. Matthews. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Matthews. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Adkins. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Adkins.
Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Adkins. They will find Winslow on the left side complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Atkins on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and hits him in stride.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Tucker will take it in. Touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Matthews. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a quick throw caught out wide.
Now 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Wolf. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Wolf. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, Matthews. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wolf. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun, Matthews.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Matthews to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from evening this one up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Adkins. This one caught by Winslow. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Adkins. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Adkins throwing on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the 1st half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Matthews. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started across the border in Mexico, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue as you can see by the score line. 21-17, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Lumberjacks are still fighting towards an over 500 record as the win ups their mark to 6-8. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. The Blues keep their postseason hopes alive as the victory runs their mark to 8-6 on the year. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Matthews. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Matthews. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Ball at the 26. 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Adkins escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And they'll run with Tucker.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Draw play. This is Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Matthews. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Looking to throw. Matthews. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Matthews. And he's got his man on the out route.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back in the 25. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Matthews. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Atkins now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Henry up the middle. There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Atkins. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They run. It's Tucker.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down. Matthews. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Wolf. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wolf, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Matthews. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So defensively, they made the move to try and freeze out the kicker, but he steps up and he says, ice this.
And you talk about ice. How about the ice running through his veins? He just steps right up, calm as he can be, and drills it to give his guys the lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Here's Tucker.
And off to the races down the right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Atkins to throw on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Henry. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Matthews caught by Allen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Matthews. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Back to throw. Matthews. He finds his target, Allen. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Matthews. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Thunderbirds have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Here's Atkins throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 28-yard line. And the busy night for Henry continues. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns, 1:39 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Adkins. And his throw here's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Atkins throwing on 1st down.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Back to throw. Atkins.
Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Atkins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining. But that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for Chicago, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Vancouver,
they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody.